These are the top 5 differences between Park City and Heber City, Utah. Are you looking to move to the Wasatch Back and you're not really sure if you want to land in Park City or you want to land in Heber City? Well, in this video, I'm giving you the top 5 differences between the two. The first one is the cost of living. The cost of living, it's much more affordable to live in the Heber Valley than it is to live in Park City. Although the Heber Valley prices are really rising rapidly, Heber Valley is growing a little bit more than Park City just because simply it is more affordable to live down there. The cost of living in Park City is much higher and it costs a lot more money to buy a house in Park City, even a condo or a townhome up here as well. The median price in Heber is just a little under $1 million, and the median price in Park City, depending on whether you're in Centerville Basin or in the limits, if you're looking in the 84060, something closer to Main Street, you're going to be $3 million median sales price for a home. If you're looking in the Centerville Basin, you're going to be $2 million median sales price. So there's a very, very big difference between cost of living in Park City versus Heber. I've also had a lot of people lately reach out to me who have been interested in Heber, more so than Park City. So I've been wanting to do a few more videos about Heber simply because either maybe they're priced out of Park City or they just simply like the lifestyle that Heber has to offer over Park City. The second thing is the community feel. I would say that Heber is a far more conservative and rural community, and Park City is a lot more diverse and a lot more liberal. So the community feel could be quite different. They are also different counties. Park City is located in Summit County, Heber City is located in Wasatch County. I think people of Heber tend to think that Park City people are snobby and they drive around in Mercedes. And I think that people in Park City tend to think that people in Heber are a little bit more hickish and country people and drive around on their Razors and their ATVs in the middle of the streets and their pickup trucks. So there's definitely a different lifestyle in each area. The next thing is that Heber is outside of Park City. So you're about 30 minutes from Park City. So you're a little further away from skiing, although you are closer to Sundance. So Sundance is a great resort to take advantage of. And it's one of the best kept secrets if you do also love skiing and you live in and you are thinking about maybe moving to the Heber Valley or buying a vacation home in the Heber Valley. Sundance is a beautiful resort. Timpanogos is one of the most beautiful mountains, and Sundance is very underrated, and Deer Valley and Park City are always hyped up, and Sundance is kind of always in the shadow, but it's definitely less crowded there, and it's a beautiful mountain. Depending on where your pass is, you're either driving into Park City or Deer Valley and battling the traffic from Heber, or you're going to Sundance and not having to deal with any of it. Or you're living in Park City and you're 5 minutes from the ski resort. Next thing is small town charm. Park City is a lot smaller than Heber City. Heber City is growing very, very rapidly simply because it's more affordable. More first-time homebuyers are going down there. It's a younger demographic. Heber Valley still retains its very small town charm. Like the Main Street still is very charming. The Main Street in Midway is super cute. There's one grocery store, Ridley's. It's a very small rural town charm. If you're looking for more of a rural laid-back lifestyle, then maybe the Heber Valley is a better choice for you. Park City is a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more urban-y, feels a little bit more city-like in some ways, even though you do still have great access to the outdoors. It just depends on what you like and what you prefer. The thing is growth and development. Like I just said, Park City is basically pretty much all developed. There's not much left or spaces to build out here, whereas Heber, there's still growing and people are still building and new businesses are still going in over there, and hospitals and grocery stores, restaurants are still being added over there, where Park City is kind of like developed. Heber City is sort of in this transitional state with lots of emerging and up and coming businesses and business opportunities. The city has basically just undergone a ton of growth and development. There's already a lot of variety for shopping and dining already here. Next one is terrain. Heber Valley is a valley, so it's very flat, it's a valley, but you have incredible views of the mountains. Again, Timpanogos is like the $1 million view in the Heber Valley. It's more of a rural place, it's more country, more acres, lots of land, horses. People tend to have animals. It's not uncommon for people to drive their razors or their ATVs down the street or on the roads in Heber. That's a bit less common in Park City. You don't really ever see anybody driving their razor on the street in Park City, maybe occasionally, but not as often as you would in Heber. City is just more of an urban feel, and Heber is definitely more rural. Heber has a much younger demographic than Park City. Median age is about 28 and Park City's median age is 41. Tourist attractions. Park City is definitely more touristy. You have the Utah Olympic Park, Park City Mountain Resort, Deer Valley, Main Street, all the shops on Main Street. You have Kimball Junction, which is more locals, but still kind of touristy at times, whereas Heber isn't as touristy at all. Definitely more year-round people that live in that area. Park City has a lot of transplants, a lot of second homeowners, people who are seasonally live here. They either leave for the summer and come back for the winter, or they leave for the winter and they come back for the summer, whereas Heber, it seems to be more year-round people living there year-round and not quite as many second homeowners. Heber City is more of an outdoorsy paradise. You're really close to the Provo River. If you like to fish, there's probably a lot more hunters that live in Heber, more places to go ATVing and off-roading. Cascade Springs, you have Wasatch Mountain State Park, you've got 2 golf courses, you have Soldier Hollow, the Homestead Crater, Heber Valley Railroad, so there are different types of attractions in Heber as well. Outdoor recreation, they both offer a lot of outdoor recreation. Park City, you're obviously much closer to the ski area. Heber, you're closer to fishing, you're closer to ATVing, you're closer to snowmobiling, closer to camping, both close to golf courses. Both have a lot of hiking trails and walking trails. Also, both offer skiing, snowboarding, backcountry skiing, splitboarding, mountain biking, and Heber would be probably more of the place you go up in the mountains to go hunting out in Strawberry or wherever it is that hunters go. I'm not a hunter, so I don't know. This one is dining and entertainment. I would say Park City has a lot more dining and a lot more entertainment simply because it's just kind of already gone through its growth and development stage. It's growing at a much smaller rate now, whereas Heber is going through a transitional phase and it's starting to really grow. What you could get for $1 million 2 years ago in Park City, you are now paying $2 million for. So people who are in that $1 million range are kind of priced out of Park City unless you want to buy a condo or a townhome, and you're forced to kind of go look in Heber. Park City has a lot more entertainment in terms of restaurants and bars and nightlife. It has a lot of local establishments. Heber has a few fun bars down there as well, but it's definitely a more laid back atmosphere and doesn't have quite as many things as Park City has, simply because we just have the main attraction being Main Street. If you're looking to be a little closer to a big city, Park City is closer in proximity to Salt Lake than Heber is. Heber Valley is in the middle of Park City and Provo, so you're actually almost closer to Provo. So if you needed to run to a major city, to a Costco or to a Target, or I don't think there's a Bed Bath & Beyond, anything that Park City doesn't have that you would either have to run to Salt Lake for, you could probably run to Provo for, and it would actually be a much quicker drive. I know most of the people in Heber probably shop at the Costco in Provo and not the Costco in Salt Lake because it's a much further drive. And the real estate market, they are just 2 very different markets. They are in different counties, and Park City is a much more expensive place to live than Heber. Not saying that Heber doesn't have high-end areas. Midway has a lot of neighborhoods such as Dutch Fields. Anything kind of on that northeast corner is very nice. Midway is a very luxurious area. Red Ledges in Heber is a private gated community, something that would be similar to Promontory or Toohey. So there are higher end neighborhoods in Heber, you just have to know where to look. If you are more budget conscious or don't have a $2 or $3 million budget, but you want to land in the Wasatch Back, then you're likely going to have to be looking a little bit further out than Park City, and you'll probably land somewhere in Midway or the Heber Valley. Hey, what's up? My name is Nicole, and I've made a bunch of videos on the Heber Valley, so if you'd like to know more information about Heber or Midway, then go check out these videos next. If you go to my homepage, there is a search bar, and you can type in any neighborhood, any area, any location, and if I've made a video on it, it will pop up and you can learn more information about that specific area or neighborhood. If you wish to contact me, my information again is always dropped down in the description link down below.